Hi everybody, Rog here and welcome back to my kitchen here in the UK, where today I'm going to be showing you how I make a very delicious one pan chicken and mushroom pie. So creamy, so tasty, so delicious, so easy, so cheap, everything you want about a pie. Don't forget, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so, and without further ado, let's carry on. We'll start with the ingredients. So for this recipe we're going to need some chicken breast. Now I'm making a meal for two, so I'm using one chicken breast cut into cubes like this, and we're going to need some onion. This is one whole white onion sliced. We're going to need some cream, but make sure it's double cream. Really, it must be double cream. And also we're going to need some mushrooms. I haven't got any fresh, so I'm going to use tinned. Just strain them very well if you do this. Some garlic, 1 or 2 cloves, entirely up to you how much you like your garlic. And I'm going to put in some mixed herbs just for some added flavour. And our old friends, salt and pepper. For the pastry topping, I'm going to use some shop bought puff pastry. Make your own if you want, but it takes a little while. Now this is my old favourite pan, you can see that, can't you? But it is the one pan I've got that I can put in the oven. So first off, we're going to go in with some cooking oil or olive oil. It's entirely up to you which you use. And I'm going to put in a hefty knob of butter as well. So we're going to give this a little bit of a swish round and let it melt down for a while. Then I can add my first ingredient, which is going to be the whole white sliced onion. So we can pop that in and let it cook down until it's nice and soft, nice and sweet. The flavour changes completely when you do this. And then we can add our garlic. Now it's very important not to add the garlic at the same time as the onions, because as we all know, it'll burn and get that horrible bitter taste, and we don't want that now, do we? So we let this cook just for a minute or two, and then we can pop in our chicken pieces. In they go. Now we want to gently fry these just for a little while, just until that pinky colour goes and they go nice and white. When this step is done, we'll be moving on to the next step, which is to add our mushrooms. They've been really nicely strained. We don't want too much water going in. And we're going to add a little bit of flavourings there. Now you can use whatever herbs you want. I've just used mixed herbs. Then we go in with very important, double cream. Not quite a whole tub, that'll do. So in that goes. Then some seasoning, bit of salt, and of course we need a bit of pepper too. And plenty of pepper it will be, because I do love my black pepper. We'll give this a good mix together and incorporate all those wonderful flavours. Bring this to a nice gentle simmer, and then for extra flavour I'm going to crumble in a chicken stock cube. So in that goes. Give it all a very good mix together and let it simmer for about 15 minutes so it can thicken up nicely. But if it doesn't thicken up like you want it to, add a little bit of cornstarch, or as we call it, corn flour. Not too much, just a spoonful, maybe 2 spoonfuls, in a drop of cold water. Mix that in and that will certainly do the trick for you. So now we can turn off the gas, leave it to cool down before we top it with our pastry. So on it goes. Take the paper off, don't forget to do that. And then we're going to trim it all the way around before we start with the fancy stuff, which is going to be making the edge look pretty. So using a finger and a thumb on one hand and a finger on the other, just squish and pinch, squish and pinch, squish and pinch all the way round. And of course, if you want to make it look really special, you can even add a few leaves. And then of course, after we've done this, we're going to give it an egg wash. I use a whole egg, whisked up, and brush it nice and evenly all the way around. You'll get a few puddles in there, but you don't have to worry about that. That'll all add to the crispiness. Just pop in a few air holes to let any excess steam come out while it's cooking so it doesn't swell up. And then it's off to the oven. Gas mark 6 for about 15 minutes until it turns out really crispy like this. Doesn't that look good? Let's cut into it and see what we've got. Well, I know what we've got. I've done this one before. It's going to be thick, it's going to be creamy, it's going to be tasty, it's going to be like I can't resist taking a piece. And I'll go for this piece right smack in the middle. Look at that lovely piece of tender chicken, full of creamy flavours. I'm telling you guys, this is wonderful. Please try this recipe for yourself. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you all again next time, guys. Thanks.